So question is, what is our typical process to come up with a solution for a client? Let's say typically it's either a device or a surface or some kind of appliance that a client wants coatings on. So here is our standard process. Okay, so once we have understood what the client needs, like I said in the previous slides, through an NDA, so once we know exactly what the client is looking for, so what our typical process is to get some pieces of these samples from our client. You may know, I mean, we come across many materials, polymeric materials that the medical device or a substrate is made of. But again, there is so many differences in, let's say, polypropylene. One polypropylene from one supplier can be different from another supplier. There may be different surface treatments on this polypropylene or other additives that may be added. So typically, we want to make sure our coatings are right on the money. So we will typically get samples from our client, and then we will, of course, clean these parts once we receive them with the suitable solvent. This is our pre-process or cleaning process to ensure that the surface is clean without any contamination or any additives on the surface, as this will, or as these items will impact the coating integrity. So we go through a very thorough cleaning process that is conducive to the material. And then we typically coat these samples with what we know from based on our experience in the past dealing with these kind of substrates. Our best 1 or 2 or 3 shots of different coating materials. And then, of course, it goes through a heat cure process, which is typically most of our coatings are heat cure. We offer a limited amount of UV curable products. So again, the coating, once it's done, as Silka talked about, the different coating method, depending on the geometry, the size, or other things with the substrate. So we pick a few different coating materials and the coating process that's relevant to the device. Then we coat them, and then they're cured, and then we test them, as I talked about in the previous slides, whether it's industrial or medical or consumer applications. We can test these coatings, and we test them typically for adherence, durability, and performance that's relevant to that specific client. So that is typically our coating process on samples that we work with our clients. The next item we wanted to cover is some of the custom coating equipment or standard coating equipment that we offer. So Hydromer has capabilities to build. In fact, we build our own coating equipment in-house. And we are able to offer this service to our clients as well that they don't have coating capabilities. So we can provide them the specific type of machine or equipment that goes with their device and the coating solution. Here are some examples of the different types of equipment that we offer. Either it's a dip coating that Silka covered, which is typically most of the materials go through a dip coating process, so we can build automated dip coating machines. We can also build custom or automated spray coating machines. We provide curing ovens that are relevant for that specific application or device, so we can build these custom ovens. We also can provide testing equipment. The examples of the various test equipments that we briefly looked through in the previous slides, we can provide that as well to our client. One example of the capability we have is to be able to offer coating equipment that can include very long catheters or guide wires. I mean, sometimes we get devices that are 250 centimeter long, and we can go up to 450 centimeter, maybe a horizontal coating, depending on the vertical height space at our client. So we can build either a horizontal or vertical coating equipment that can accommodate long lengths of coated materials. Again, we can provide capabilities of various coating applications in terms of whether it's a complex part or a medical part or an industrial part. Again, these are different things we offer. Our equipment is made of high quality stainless steel construction. Again, it's very user friendly. The good thing is it's designed for the specific application that our client needs. So it is really tailored to their need, and it's plug and play basically. So if let's say a client has a medical device, but that's all they have, a design. So we are able to provide not only a coating solution or coating services, but also the equipment, a whole technology turnkey that they are able to turn on and get going on production if it's needed. Next, we will talk about the